My name is Dismass. My second name is Mariki, so Dismass Mariki. I'm a mountain guide. I've been climbing Kili for about 20 years. And so I have experience of climbing this particular mountain, this beautiful mountain, for 20 years. And if you want to know what inspired me to do this, is the challenge, all the challenges that is involved into this activity. That's what inspired me. Every time I say that, people think that it doesn't make sense, but that's what inspired me to do this. It makes me feel like I'm in the holy place. To me, when I come here, I feel like something is changing in my life, because I believe in doing this, not just to make a living. I want to leave my legacy, which means the experience that I'm having, I want to pass it to someone else. I want to have people coming by and have something that they will say, this was built by Dismass because of his experience. So I want them to get my experience. I want to leave my experience behind. People have known me through my experience. And I can assure you, I'm not belonging to the office. I'm starting my own company. I'll have people who sits in the office. My office is here. When I'm coming here, it's like asking the priest if he's gonna show up in the church on Sunday. This is like my holy place. When I'm coming here, it's like I'm worshiping here. This is where I belong. I'll be living here. This is what I'll be doing. I'm still offering. I'm still here to share my experience with those people who are looking for such an experience, and those who want to come and meet me. This is where they will meet me. So they should be aware that I'm still guiding. My biggest inspiration is when I guided 4 ladies. I think I told you once about them. There were 4 ladies. One was 83 and 2 of them were 81. So 81 times 2, and the youngest in that group was 79. So it took me about 24 hours from Baraf camp, where the base camp is, which is about 15,000 feet, all the way to the summit and back down to 15,000. Summit is 19,341. So from 15,000 all the way up to 19,341, it took us 24 hours round trip to and from. And this is, I've been living in my brain like it's a highlight of my experience. To be able to get those ladies up there, that's something I will remember to the end of my life. And the 7-year-old girl who is the youngest to ever summit Kili, she's still keeping the record though. And that makes me feel very comfortable with my experience. And I'm still happy that I'm in the position that I'll be able to share my experience with anybody that's looking for such an experience. They have to make sure they are dealing with the right people. Right people in terms of someone who knows when to switch on the button and when to switch it off. When people are coming to climb, it's not only about getting to the summit. The major role that you play as a company or a guide is to make sure that they're safe. So you have to know when is the right time to decide if this person should still go to the summit and make it, even if this person doesn't want to or doesn't feel like he's gonna or she's gonna make it. You are the guide. It's your responsibility to know this person, whether she feel like that or she doesn't feel like that. If she's gonna make it, you should know you are the one who should decide that this person will make it. And you are the one who will decide this person will not make it no matter what. Even if this person is about to kill you because she or he think he can make it, and you see that this person doesn't make it, is not gonna make it, you have to decide that this person should not make it, should not go. And this is what people should know. They have to get the right person who can be able to look at those 2 things. When to not go and when to go. And the other thing that's very crucial is to get someone who can prepare you well. When you're walking here to get to the summit, it's not about getting to the summit. I'm not gonna prepare you to get to the summit when you're at 15,000. No, it starts from day 1 when I meet you. And this is where I usually, when you look at my programs, I'm advising my clients, every time they come over, they should have at least a day or two before they start their climb. You don't just land in Arusha or Moshi and next day you're going to the mountain. Fine, if your time is that much tight, okay, we cannot change that. But the biggest advice we give people is to come in, have like a day or two, and then start climbing. And make sure you have enough time when you're doing it. Don't just jump into like say, okay, I'm doing it in 5 days, and someone is gonna say, yes, we can take you in 5 days because they want to get paid, because they want to make money. If someone says, okay, in this route, maybe we do it 6 days. For us, if it is about 7 days at Machame route, we will do 7 days. We will not do 6 days. If you're doing Lemosho, we will do not less than 8 days. We will do 8 days. If you're doing Kili Northern Summit route, we will not sell you for less than 7 days. 7 days and above, that's what we're gonna sell. And if you're coming to us because you wanna do 6 days at Machame, and we will say no. And this is, you have to make sure the person or the company that you're choosing to take you up there, they can do the right decision and they can advise you well. They know when you can do what, when you cannot do what. What is the right time to say something and what is the right time to do something. This is things that you have to consider. These are things that you have to focus on. The big thing that we consider is that, first of all, when people are coming here, it's like they are putting their lives in our hands. So we have to make sure people have the clear informations about what they will be, what are they getting themselves into before and after they are here. How do we do that? First of all, we have to make sure that people drink enough water, for instance, and what is the consequences of not drinking enough water? What is the problems in the altitude and how can you prevent the problems in the altitude? These are things that people should know about. And people, make sure you provide enough food and good food for people. For instance, carbohydrate and protein. These are things that we encourage people to like. This is what you need the most when you're doing this activity, okay? And we are very keen to make sure that we follow up with the people dietary specification. Like if someone say, okay, I don't eat this, I eat that, we get those informations before and make sure we cover those. That's a very good question. Actually, no one will reach the summit and say hallelujah, you know? It's like everyone's getting there, and at that particular point, people will be asking themselves, why did they get themselves into this? But in the end, it's rewarding. It's rewarding. And that's what they are looking for. When they come here, that's what they'll be looking for. That's what they will be, that's what they will be paying for. But when it comes to that particular point, the particular moment, it's hard to accept it. That's what we wanted. But then people go out from there, when they get back down, that's when people appreciate themselves, you know.